Hey, good Tuesday evening, YouTube. Hugmeister's Garage and Workshop. Gonna give you a little tour of the air system we put on the old 2016 work truck. Hey, we ended up, get this open here. We ended up taking out that Viair compressor because I didn't really end up liking the performance. And we ended up putting a Viair 350C constant duty compressor in here, and we went with the manifold, the Viair manifold. Our compressor line goes in one end of the manifold, the other end goes down to the tank. Here's our pressure switch, our front air chuck for airlines or blowing up tires or whatever. I put in a 165 blow-off valve, and this is the line that goes to our Hadley horn solenoid. And when I get down underneath there, I'll show you that. And there's our fuse. And this is I kept this off the other compressor. This is a 10-second time delay relay I got off of Amazon. So when you turn your key on, this doesn't try to run. It times out for 10 seconds if this is calling for air, and then it tries to run. So you're not trying to start your truck and run the compressor at the same time, so you don't get a low voltage condition on that. Next, I'll take you in the cab. All right, in the cab here, we ran our Viair pressure gauge off our tank on the bottom rail. I'll show you that, and that runs right off our outfitter switch. And this, I got a 110 to 145 psi switch, so that's what this runs at. This is our Hadley horn up front, and that's pretty loud. And that's our train horn switch that we added in the back. So we got our choice of very annoying horns here. So I'll take you underneath next, and I'll show you the air tank setup. Okay, that horn you heard earlier was this guy. I mounted him behind the front air dam, and it's hung with several hangers underneath there, but that's a nice horn. That's right off a 10-wheeler. But we come back to here. That's where our lines come back. And that right there is our 3-gallon aluminum tank I put in. Got a drain valve. That's where the air comes in. And that's where our pressure gauge goes out with the red line. And that's our train horn solenoid. I mounted that right on the tank. And we've got another line going to the back for an air chuck back there. But that was actually a pretty nice tank. Spun aluminum, come with 5 fittings. I liked it because I had this one so I could face it down to drop the So we'll continue to the back, and we'll see you in a bit. All right, back of the vehicle now. Here's our rear air chuck I put in. Actually, I had there was a hole in that bumper there, so I just I used that firewall fitting, and that was quarter inch on each side. And I used all DOT fittings on this, so they don't leak. I use that blue Devil or Blue Demon tape, sealing tape. And these are all commercial air chucks. But we're going to duck underneath next and take a look at the crown jewel. Look at them bad boys. Now they're up in the spare tire well, because I mean these horns are massive. These are the Grand General 6991s, and I know they're not Kleins or whatever the other ones are, but they're not $800-900 either. You can get these on Amazon for like $250 for a set, or eBay once in a while. But I've had 3 sets of these horns, and these things really perform good for me. So, but we ended up running 3/8 line right off that solenoid valve on that tank all the way back, and that goes right in there with 3/8 air line. And let me tell you, when I touch these off, them babies echo. We're going to pump up the pressure, and we'll do a sound test. Okay, we'll wait for this relay to time out and our compressor should come on. Another thing with this compressor, even though I mounted the other one on rubber, this one is very, very quiet compared to what the other one was. And that's nice because that 3-gallon tank, it has to run a little bit more. I had a gallon tank on it before, but we'll let this pump up, and then we'll touch them horns off. Okay, folks, I'm gonna do both of these so you get to compare the sound between the both. But they're both loud horns. This is hooked to my normal horn button. That gets people out of the way, but listen to these sons of bitches. I think somebody somewhere up on the hill probably just crapped their pants. Them babies are loud. But that's about it, folks. Have a nice day. We're always messing around with something stupid here at the Hugmeister's Garage.